what was it right there that you just said? First, make sure you're collecting each person's emails. Your email list is the most profitable thing you can build. It's an asset because you can remarket to these people if they know, show you, whatever. You want to build long-term relationships. But the second one was that piece where you keep going, and then I'll think of it.
It's all good. It's all good. So again, I'm a big proponent there of doing that very unique time. I'm a big proponent of making sure that it is being said and that they're saying it several times.
Okay, yeah, I got it. I got it now.
Okay.
Guys, what he's doing right there, understand the sales process, because this is the funnel, guys. We're not trying to sell people at the top of the funnel. And that leads me to my next question about, should I book appointments or should I one-call close? Because sometimes it just works out that way. If people have the time right then and there, maybe you want to go for it. But it's like the goal of booking appointments is not to make a sale. It is to get them to show up for the sales call.
Correct.
It's like the goal of dialing is not to book appointments. It's to get them to answer the damn phone. Think sequentially. It's like, how do I transition people? I want you to always think about this like a chess game, guys. When they're giving you these it's always, how can I get closer to checkmate? That's why I love chess. I wish I was a lot younger when I started, but that's how I look at this industry, and it helps me out so much. It's like, how can I trap them ethically right here to where they can't go back? How do I take penetrate their pawn structure? It's like I overanalyze a lot of things, but my mind works in weird ways. So yes, guys, this is so beautiful for you to learn. Thank you.
And your question too on immediately going into an appointment or scheduling it. Number one, here I believe this deep down in my heart. The longer it takes, the lower the show factor. So I would highly encourage that no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're scheduling within that same day, number one. Number two, immediately, I don't care what anyone says. Oh, yeah, no, I can get a 80% show factor tomorrow. That's great. Good for you. You're the exception. You are not the rule. And I applaud you for it. But that is your confidence. That's number two. There's a lot of things that you're doing in there in order to be able to get that.
Too many people try to be the exception to the rule. I'll just tell you this. If you're here watching this interview, you're not the exception to the rule. That's not to put you down, but you're probably just like me and John, and you just got to work to make up your deficiencies.
Yeah, that was me too. But again, like I've done it both ways. I've done it immediately jumping into the appointment, and I've done it to where it's like, all right, hey, listen, I actually got a lot going on here. I've got a little bit here free. So what I want to do is I need to go to work on this. We have so many different carriers that we have access to as being brokers. And I'm obviously, I'm not married to any one of the brokers. I'm more kind of like the liaison in between you and the world of the carriers. So I have your best interest here. What I'm going to do my best at is just go to town, shop, and then I'm going to give you a call back here in about a half hour. Are you going to be free in the next 30 minutes? Boom. If you can, or if you can transition. But I really do like to at least have the spouse be in the background to make sure that I don't get that as an objection at the end of it, Mason. I'm just a firm believer in let's eliminate as many of their objections as we possibly can and overcome them before they ever even come up.
Yeah, I have a preference for booking appointments just because I have multiple touch points. I understand this is a relationships business. The more times they hear me, the better it is, the more commitments I can get. It just sets you up for long-term success.
Yeah.
But also it gives me a lot of certainty.
Right.
I like having certainty, and it gives me more confidence in the sale that that's just how I view it. But it's would you say you have a better sales percentage, a higher close ratio when it comes to booking appointments versus one call closes? Which one do you have a preference for? I'm curious.
Yeah. I don't want this to sound arrogant, and it's just because of the way that I teach it, the way that I understand it. I think from the sales perspective, no matter what you're doing, you should be able to help out 90+% of the families that you're sitting with. And we have really cool little trainings on how we can really break that down and show people exactly how to do that with even higher annual premium volumes. But as far as doing it, again, I'm a firm believer in let's try to make sure that both spouse and significant other are there, and that's going to give you the highest probability, right? Because you won't get that, well, I should have, like, because I'll be able to get people to overcome any objection and be able to close them right there, but I don't want them coming back and being like, well, I wish I probably should have talked to my spouse about this because, he wasn't involved or she wasn't involved in the
I
process.
pull man cards when that happens. Like, why do you need to talk to your wife? That's just me, guys. Use your own personality when you're selling.
And you're right. Like, I can overcome it too, but you get that call later that says, well, I probably should have just ran it by them because I told them what I did today and now we got into an argument, or I told them what I did today and now they're confused, or I told them what we did today. And it's like, yeah, I can overcome it too, but I don't want my client feeling that way when they have to call me. I want my client feeling up and up and so confident in the decision that they made and feeling like our family is truly taken care of, not that they have to defend the decision that they made to their spouse, right? And so that's all I'm saying is like, yes, we can get them to overcome it, but man, don't we really at the end of the day just want our clients feeling amazing at the decision that they just made? And the only way that they're really going to do that, I think, truly, is if both husband and wife hear it,
Correct. I prefer both parties being present just because I need them both emotionally bought in. And it also gives me the chance to get more referrals, more applications. It's like the more people that hear what I'm saying, the better.
Yeah.
The better it is. So
spot on. Well, good stuff, man. I know you said about 30 minutes and
no, you're good. I want to ask you real quick. Would you be willing to do like a 5 to 7, like book one appointment with me, just so that way they can tie in everything you and Miranda have said and see kind of what an appointment should sound like in your cadence and your tonality? Because I mean, there's 4,000 agents that are going to be listening to this wondering like, what the hell does he even mean low and slow? What does he mean ask these types of questions? So could you just kind of like do that real quick?
Let me do it. So there are just in this excuse me. This is just in case if some of the agents on my team are listening, that I want them to make sure that we're consistent, right?
Absolutely. Okay.
So because remember, the
What's up, party person? This is a very fun interview I did with my good friend John Ziller. He is a huge agency owner, makes quite a bit of the big bucks. But what we did right here at the end was we actually booked a real appointment and did some I want you to hear what an effective appointment booking call should sound like and how it should go, how it should flow, what script you should be using, how you should be reading the script, and how you should be treating the whole process, how to transition people and make sure they actually show up, how to get them to commit to a solid time commitment, okay? So I want to give this full interview to you completely for free. Go to the first link down below in the comments, or go to the pinned link in the description, or vice versa. But click on that link. It's going to take you to the 30-day insurance summit page where you can register for the free virtual summit completely, like, no cost to you. It's a 3-day summit. It lasts a couple hours each day. You can go through and cherry pick which interviews you want to watch if you're further ahead in your insurance career, or if you're a brand new agent. We give you an A to Z walkthrough on every single thing you must do if you want to be successful as an insurance agent, okay? There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's like we've made every mistake we possibly could as insurance agents. It's like we know what we're doing. We're right. Just listen. Just listen to what we're telling you to do and go do it. And you will make sales. You will build an agency. You will build something that is actually fulfilling and meaningful to you. All right? We're here to help you. We're here to help you. So click the link down below in the description. You'll be able to watch Miranda Martin and John Ziller personally on this specific interview, walk you through everything you need to do to book an effective appointment. All right? So go to the link right now. Like, click down below. Go register for a free virtual conference, like free virtual summit ticket. Doesn't cost you anything. It's just a couple hours of your time, and you'll get everything you need to build a profitable and impactful insurance agency, but more importantly, a business, okay? So I don't care how long you've been selling insurance. I don't care if you've sold $1 million. You need to go through this summit. Thousands of agents have already attended it. People are loving it. It's changed. Someone went out with the door knocking script that they got on day 2 and went and wrote $20,000. They would have never had that happen if it was not for this summit. Okay. So go through there right now. People are telling me their appointment booking rates, their show up rates, have went up to 70 to 80% after watching this interview. So if you're doing telesales, selling over the phone, or even booking in-home appointments, you need to go watch this, okay? Click the link down below. It's completely free, and I'll see you over at the summit.